for those of you who aren't bored of me yet, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, audience. Thank you. Keep applauding. Ego. You always gotta stroke your ego once in a while. Otherwise, you will look like a complete douche once in a while. Every time you don't want to have your ego. Anyway, the whole story of Batman is pretty simple. The Joker actually killed Batman's parents, which you may have seen in Batman Returns or Batman Begins, one of Tim Burton's best movies, until he started making shitballs remake. Now without really forcing it. The Dark Knight's just as dark, but yet is is emotionally moving, just like the you know just like Tim Burton's Batman movies, because they just hit the spot. But when Joe Schumacher started running everything, that's when we decided, you know what, we should. I mean, Batman and Robin probably killed the whole movie series. I mean, Batman and Robin, made by Joe Schumacher, is the reason why superhero movies haven't been around for a while. So anyway, The Dark Knight was pretty inspirational, showing me, watch something once, you realize it's pretty cool. If you try it and everyone says it. It's not peer pressure or anything, I just wanted to know what the movie was like. And I say, it was pretty good. It's, twice as good as, what would you call it? From Paris with Love. And I know I've already brought that up in a video on my other page. Um, so, what can I explain? What can I explain to you, YouTubers, that that you already haven't heard before? Those of you who like The Dark Knight. Well, The Dark Knight was a pretty good movie. That's what I can say now. And I talked about the movie, and my description may not have done any justice to the movie, but I had the chance to explain why the movie was so good, rather than people saying, you know, um, the movie was good, let's leave it at that. They never explained why it was good. I may be the only one who said it. To my recollection, I'm the only one who explained why the movie was good. But yet my description never did justice. And my descriptions of movies never do justice to the movie itself. If I explain the movie was so good, and yet I make it sound bad because of the way I describe it, or someone as dumb as me explaining the movie, starting and cutting everything out, explaining it, what, I do no justice. But I might as well do no justice to everything I review, because I want to explain why it's so good, and you can understand, if you watch the movie, what I mean. Because if you heard what I said and you don't know what I mean because you haven't watched the movie, then that would explain it. That would explain why I sound like I don't make sense and why you don't want to watch the movie. So I apologize. Anyway, I'm sorry Heath Ledger died. He was a pretty damn good actor, even as Joker. I never noticed him as the Joker. Because, let's face it, he's very noticeable. Well, he was until he overdosed. Well, I understand why he overdosed. Because all the good celebrities do drugs. All the bad celebrities, Miley Cyrus, doesn't do drugs as far as we know. Because, for one, we lose great celebrities because they do drugs. Yet Morgan Freeman does no drugs, and he's still very, respectable as an actor. He direct a movie, but if you played a villain, I'd be hooked to that movie, because you never see Morgan Freeman playing a villain, which you've seen in my Dark Knight movie review. Well, this is partially a review, just me describing it. So what can I say about the movie that hasn't already been said by me and every other person who's seen The Dark Knight? It's good. It's good. I mean, I could say it's okay, but that still wouldn't do justice like my description of a movie would. Um, but I do have some minor problems that you might not have noticed. Um, for one, we only saw the Joker without his makeup just once. Just like when Jack Nicholas described the movie. And the movie was pretty long, 2 hours and 30 minutes, which I really don't understand. Due to, good movies are also short, too. But this is a great movie, and it's longer than I expected. And the other minor thing is you could never understand a word Batman says, even when he says "I am Batman." In animation, I saw the commercial of it on Cartoon Network years ago, where he said, "I am the Dark Knight. I am the shadow in the wind" or something. I don't know the description, but I do remember when he said, "I am Batman." He spoke more butch, and yet we understand every word he said. Now, what's wrong with Christian Bale? We can't understand a word he says when he's Batman. I know that's been brought up a million times by everyone else who's seen the movie, but I do think, why couldn't we understand him even though we almost completely understood Bruce Wayne himself and not Batman? That I guess I'll never know. But I do think, Christopher Nolan, who directed the movie Dark Knight, he is pretty good. He should direct every movie nowadays. He should have directed Transformers. And I just realized I'm starting to sound like Steven Spielberg. It's like, I gotta admit, there's Jurassic Park 4, Alien vs. Predator is gonna be part of my scenario. I sound exactly like him, because I'm saying all the time. But I do think, I'd be good as a director, better than Steven Spielberg if I had the equipment, because Steven Spielberg's recycling his own crap. His movies were good until he kept remaking and remaking and remaking. We could not stand it anymore. Anyway, from, here on out, I'm just going to explain how and why the movie's good instead of people saying the movie's good, we'll leave it at that. That's stupid, because we need a reason to like the movie. But that's why I wanted to build a curiosity and say, if the movie's so good, I should watch it and try and prove them wrong. And apparently I was proven wrong because the movie was so good. I can't prove anyone else wrong that the movie, I tried to explain that the movie was bad. I could think the movie was bad, but then it turned out to be pretty kick-ass. I could probably read the comic series, the whole comics, or watch the TV shows of Batman, just to better understand, all those story points of Dark Knight, and try and come up with great references to the place, the whole story setting of Batman. The timing was great, everything, just the runtime was a little too long. I just couldn't stand it. That's why I'm recording so late in the day. It's about 1:53, and I know I'm bringing that up in all my vlogs, and that's, a cliche to bring up something over and over again. Anyway, I do hope you've actually enjoyed my Batman movie review. I know it might not have done any justice, which I've complained before, or explained before, to the movie itself, but if you actually watch it, you'll know what I mean by, it was a good movie, and Christopher Nolan and everything. I can't explain it. I simply can't explain it as well as, doing justice. It's either explain it or do justice. Explain, do justice. Explain, do justice. Explain. Yeah, explain. Justice, you can go somewhere. So, yeah, I've said everything everyone said before, except why the movie is good, as far as I know. So, more often I get, I've actually gotten two emails of 3200 music stuff for split personality, Two-Face, saying that my videos aren't inspirational, yet they've never told me what video they've watched. Because I keep thinking they're trying to stroke my ego just to make me see the video. I'll see the videos anyway, or the website. Someone actually said for me to become featured on YouTube, but we'll leave it to that. I'll see you soon, YouTubers, and good night for now.